This channel is not about promises, it's about testing strategies. Today we are putting another strategy to the test under real casino conditions. Every bet is tracked, every decision matters, and discipline is the only edge we have. Whether this works or fails, you're going to see it live, right here in real time. Welcome to Casino Wars. Quick disclaimer before we get started. This video is for entertainment and educational purpose only. I am not claiming guarantee wins, and this is not financial advice. Roulette is a game of chance and results vary. Always gamble responsible, set limits, and never play with money you can't afford to lose. Okay, hey, what's up there, Roulette players? What's going on? We got a system here. We're going to play four different bankrolls. The first bankroll is going to be a $4,000 bankroll. He's going to be betting $100, and he's going to try and make. Well, this is a system where you play 10 bullets and see how much you can win. So we're going to play all 10 bullets out here, and the bullets are going to be for the this player. It's going to be $100. So he'll be placing a $400 bet 10 times. So that makes it a $4,000 bankroll. Now, if you win, if you do complete the cycle, it's good. You'll win some money, but let's see how this pans out. I saw this on CEG Dealer School. All right, so let's go ahead and we're going to place the bets. And what we do is we put $100 on two dozens, $200 on 2 dozens. All right, and then we're going to spin. Okay, that's a 1. That's a loss right off the bat. So that's 1 bullet gone. Okay, so then now you're going to place the next bullet and spin. All right, that's a 32 red. That is a win. So what we do with a win here is now you put 400 on 1 dozen and 200 on the other dozen. So you're playing everything. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 20 black. That's a break even. So you just rebet and spin. We try to make it through the whole cycle. That's an 8. That is a loss. So he lost his second bullet. So far he only lost 400, or 800 rather. All right, so the next bullet, let's play this and this. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 35, black, of course, because I changed it. All right, so that's another bullet gone. So that's 3 bullets already gone. So we're going to play it again. And spin. All right. Now he's down 1,200. That's a 26 black. That's a win. All right. So now he's going to play 400 and 200. And if the middle if the middle 12 comes in, it's a break even. If the end one comes in, that's another win. So that's a win. So that's a $600 win. Now he's going to take the 600 and he's going to put $20. Hold on. He's going to put 200 there, and he's going to put 100 there, 100 there. Whoops. 1, 2, 3. Whoops. 3. Whoops. 3. 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600. So anything in the second column will be a push, and hopefully he'll get a corner bet and he'll have a $300 win. That's a 6 black. That's a loss. Okay, so he lost another bullet. So he's doing his 5th bullet now. And spin. That's a 32 red. All right, that's a loss. So he lost another bullet. So that's his 5th bullet. Now he's going to his 6th bullet. 100, 200, 300, 400, and spin. This is his 6th bullet. That's a 7 red. That's a loss. He lost another bullet. All right. So that's 6th bullet. Now he's going to his 7th bullet. And spin. That's a 33 black. That's a win. All right. So now he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And he's going to go 1 and 2 and spin. Hopefully he gets nothing. He doesn't want the second dozen. And he got the second dozen. That's not good. Okay, so he lost another bullet. He needs to win the next couple of ones. So now he's going to go 1, 2, 1, 2. And he's on his 8th bullet. That's a 5. That's a loss. Okay, he lost another bullet. All right, so now we're going to try this again. We're going to put 200 there, 200 there, and spin. That's a 26 black. I believe that's a win. It is. So now you're going to put 400 here. 400 there, and let's put 200 there and spin. You can play any dozens you want. That's a 13. That's a win. But that's a push, so it's not a win. So we're just going to rebet and spin. That's a 27 red. That's a win. All right, that's a $600 win. So now he's going to put 200 here. And he's going to put 100, 100, 100 on any corner bets as long as they're not in the same as the other dozen. And go ahead and spin. That's a 19 red. All right, that's a win. Okay, so that is now he's going to go on to his 9th bullet. Now you start over and you go back to the 19 bullets. 1, 2, 1, 2. And we're going to spin. So he won that bullet, but he's on his 9th bullet now. That's a 25 red. That's a win. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to add 200 to this and spin. He's got 1,300 now. That's a 25. That's another win. All right, that's a $600 win. Now he's going to go and he's going to put 200 here. Oops, sorry, 200 there, and 100, and 100, and 100, and 100, and hope he hits one of these corners. He needs the corner bet right now so he can make profit. That's a 9 red. What is that? That's a hit. Awesome. All right, so now he's going to do his last bullet. And this bullet was, did it take him over? And spin. All right, he's only negative 400 now. Out of the $4,000 bankroll, that's a 14 red. That's a win. So he's going to go ahead and he's going to rebet. And he's going to put another 200 there and spin. All right, that's a 36 red. That's a push. So he's going to rebet and spin. That's a 24 black. That's a win. That's a $600 win. So now he's going to put 200 there, and he's going to put 100 there, 100 there, 100 there, and 100 there. And hopefully he gets one of these corners and spin. If he gets one of these corners, he'll walk away with a profit. 27 red. That is a loss, though. Okay, so he finished up his last bullet, and all right, so he lost $200. So now we're going to go to the next player. Okay, the next player, he has only $1,000 bankroll, so it's going to be much better for him. $1,000 bankroll, and he's got the same amount of bullets. That's 50 bullets. 10 bullets. And let's see how this works out. And so he's going to put $50 on a dozen and $50 on another dozen and spin. That's a 30 red. That's a win. So we're going to take our winnings and we're going to rebet, and we're going to increase the winnings by $50 and go ahead and spin. All right. All right, that's a 16 red. That's a push. So he's going to rebet and spin. It's a 20 black. That's another push. Rebet and spin. It's a 32 red. That's a win now, finally. All right, so now he's going to take all his winnings and he's going to put $50. Actually, let's put $50 here, and we're going to put 25, 25, 25, 25, and 25, and let's hope to hit one of those corners. Let's go ahead and spin. It's a 7 red. All right, that's a push. So we're going to rebet and spin. That's a 22 black. That's a win. All right. So the first bullet, he won. So now he's going to go ahead and he's going to put 25 and 25, 25 and 25. And he's going to go ahead and spin, and he's on his second bullet. Spin. All right, so he's up $275. That's a 4 black. All right, that's a loss. So this brings him to his third bullet. So he's just going to rebet and spin. That's a 32 red. That's a win. So now he's going to rebet, and he's going to increase this to $50, and he's going to put it there and spin. That's a 16 red. All right, that's a push. So we're going to go ahead and rebet and spin. We're hoping to get the third column, the third 12, and he got it. All right. Okay, now he's going to go 50 there. Now actually clear that. We want to put 50 there, and we're going to put 25 and 25, 25, 25 and 25. Clear. And we're going to go ahead and spin. Hopefully he gets a corner hit. That's a 0. Okay. Well, he's down. He's up to his, now he's at his fourth bullet. And he's going to spin. He's on his fourth bullet. It's a 25. That's a win. All right. So he's going to rebet. And he's going to go ahead and put $50 more on that and spin. All right, he's got to do his 5th bullet now. He's going to do his 5th bullet now and spin. That's a 35. That's a win. So he's going to rebet, and he's going to put another $50 on that and spin. $32. That's a win. Awesome. Now he's going to put let's put 25, 50 there, and let's go the top one, the bottom one, and let's do the top one and the bottom one here, and spin. He's working on his 5th bullet, and he got a hit, but it's a loss. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and play it again. 50 and 50. And spin. Now he's on his 6th bullet. That's a 1. That's a loss. So now he's on his 7th bullet. Rebet and spin on his 6th bullet. That's a 28 black. All right, that's a win. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to put 50 on this one this time and spin. Hopefully I picked the right one. That's a 16. That is the right one. All right. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to put, let's put 50 on the middle, and let's play it. Whoops, that only gets 25. Sorry, 25, 25, 25, and 25. And let's go ahead and spin. That's a 0. Man, almost completed the cycle. All right, so now we're at bullet number 8. So let's go ahead and spin that. It's a 24 black. That's a win. Okay, so now we're going to rebet. And we're going to add 50 to that and spin. Let's get a second 12. Nope, that's a loss. So we lost that bullet. So we're going to the 9th bullet. 9th bullet and spin. 9th bullet. That's a 30 red. That's a win. So we're going to go ahead, rebet, and we're going to add 2 to that one and spin. That's a 15 black. That's a push. So we're going to rebet and spin. That's a 4 black. That's a loss. All right, so now we're going down to the final bullet. And spin. That's a 34 red. That's a loss. Okay, so that's the final bullet, and so that player lost 175 out of his $1,000 bankroll. Okay, the next player, he's got a $400 bankroll, and he's going to be playing for $10 units. So he's going to be putting 10, 20 here and 10, 20 here, and go ahead and spin. All right, and so far this system is not working out. Everyone lost money, but remember, win more, lose less. All right, that's a $40 loss, so that's a bullet down. So let's go to the second bullet. So we're just going to rebet and spin. That's a 22 black. That's a win. So we're going to go ahead and rebet, and we're going to put 20 on here and spin. You could choose which one you want to put the extra 20 on. It's up to you. That's a 31. I chose right. Okay, so that's a $60 win now. So now we're going to put 10, 20 on here, and then we're going to put 10, 10, 10, and 10. You can play any corner bet you want to. So we're going to play those though and spin. That's a 6 black. That's a push. So we're just going to rebet. And we're going to go ahead and spin. It's a 23 red. All right, that's a $30 win. All right, and let's go ahead and $30 win. So we're going to get, now we're going to do, oh, so I think we're doing the next bullet. Yes. Okay, so now we're going to do the third bullet. So that'll be 10, 20, 10, 20, and spin. This is the third bullet. It's a 17 black. That's a win. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to go ahead and put $20 more and spin. All right, that's a 27 red. That's a push, rebet, and spin. We need the middle column, the middle 12. It's a 36. That's another push, rebet, and spin. That's a 1. I believe that's a loss. It is. Okay, so now we got to go to the fourth bullet. And we're going to put 10, 20, 10, 20, and spin. We're on the fourth bullet here. It's a 14 red. That's a win. So we're going to rebet. And we're going to put 20 on this one this time and spin. That's a 34 red. That's a good pick, Lenny. All right, so we just won 60. So what we're going to do is we're going to put 10, 20 here, and we're going to put 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, and 10 there. And go ahead and spin. We're up $110 now. That's a 6 black. That's a push. Rebet. And you could reset any time. It would have been a good thing to reset and take your $110 and then reset to the next bullet instead of trying to ride this one out. But we're going to ride it out. So let's go ahead and spin, because you win more if you do finish the system. And that's a 20 black. That could be a win. It is. Awesome. Now we completed the cycle, so that's always good. So now we're going to go to the next bullet, and we're going to go ahead and spin. We're on the fifth bullet, and we're up $140, and that's a 6 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go to the sixth bullet. So we're going to rebet and spin. Now you could change it if you want. You could change the first dozen if you want, but I'm going to keep the same. That's a 24. That's a win. So we're going to go ahead and rebet, and we're going to add 20 and spin. See, I could have taken that win and just go to the next bullet if I wanted to, but I didn't. I'm going to try to complete each cycle, and that's a 9, so that's a loss. So we're going to have to go to the next bullet. So we're on the 7th bullet. And spin. That's a 28 black. That's a win. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to add 20 to that one and spin. That's a 7 red. That's a loss. All right, so now we're going to the 8th bullet. We're going to rebet, and we're going to the 8th bullet. And we're going to go ahead and spin. $18 red. That is a $20 win. So we're going to rebet, and we're going to put an extra 20 on there and spin. That's a 2 black. That's a loss. Let's change it up a bit and spin. We're going on bullet number 9. That's a 9 red. All right, good thing you switched it. That's good. All right, so that's a $20 win. We're going to rebet, and we're going to put $20 extra on this 3rd dozen and spin. Second dozen, sorry, not 3rd dozen, 2nd dozen. That's a 22 black. That's a win. All right, so that's a $60 win. So what we're going to do is we're going to put $20 on this one, and we're going to put 10 there, 10 there, 10 there, and 10 there, and spin. All right, it's a $60 bet total. Oh, man, we lost that. All right, so now we got to go to the last bullet, 10-10. Sorry, 20-20, and spin. We're on the last bullet. That's a 32 red. That's a win. All right, so we're going to rebet, and we're going to put $20 here and spin. We need another 3rd dozen to come in. That's a 23. That's okay. That's a push. Rebet and spin. It's a 4 black. That's a loss, I believe. Yep. All right, and that was the last bullet. So let's see what they did. All right, so they lost $40. So far, everyone is losing money here. All right, so now we're going to go to the next player. Okay, the next player, we have a $200 bankroll, and he's going to be playing with $5 units. All right, and he's going to go ahead and spin. That's a 20 black. That's a win. So he's going to rebet, and he's going to put another $10 on that and spin. And that's a 21 red. That's a push. Should have played the same one. Rebet and spin. Should have played the same one. That's an 18 red. Yep, should have played the same one. Look at that. Now we're going to rebet and spin. We need a 3rd dozen to come in. We need a high number. That's not high enough. We got that 3 times in a row. Rebet and spin. That's a 6. Man. All right, so that's a loss. It's a loss. All right, so we're on the 2nd bullet now. Spin. We're on the 2nd bullet. It's a 30 red. That's a good one. So now we're going to rebet, and we're going to add $10 to that one and spin. We need a 3rd dozen. And we didn't get it, but that's okay. At least it's a push. Rebet and spin. That's a 3 red. All right, that's another push. If I get one more, I'm going to switch it up. Rebet and spin. If I get another first dozen, we're going to switch it up. We did. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to switch this up, and we are going to put 5, 10 here, and 10 and 20 and 20 here, and spin. That's a 1. That's not good. Okay, so that's a loss. All right, so we lost the next bullet. So now let's play the third bullet and spin. That's a 19 red. All right, that's a win. So we're going to take that. We're going to rebet that, and we're going to put another $10 on that one and spin. It's a 25 red. That is a win, but I think it's a push. It is. Rebet and spin. That's a 16 red. Finally got the win. All right, so now we're going to go. We're going to go 5, 10, and then we're going to put 5. Whoops. 5, 5, 5, and 5, and spin. All right. Hopefully we get a win here. It's a 14 red. That's a push, I believe. It is. So we're just going to rebet and spin. That's a 35 black. That's a win. All right. Okay, so now we're going to go back. Now we're going to go to the next bullet. We're going to bullet number 4. And we're going to put 5, 10. Let's do 5 and 10 over here and spin. Let's go for the low numbers this time. 27 red. We went to the wrong side, so that sucks. All right. Now we're going to the 5th bullet. Let's go back to this again. Spin. That's a 1. Man, we lost again. All right. We keep going to the wrong side. All right, so we're going to rebet. And we're just going to spin. We're doing the 6th bullet now. That's a 13 black. That's a win. So we're going to go ahead and rebet. And we're going to add 10 to that one and spin. It's a 17. That's a win. All right. So now we're going to rebet. No, we're not going to rebet. Now we're going to put $10 there. And we're going to put 5 on there. 5 on there. 5 on there. And 5 on there. 5 on there. And go ahead and spin. It's a 33 black. That's a loss. Dang it. All right, so now we got to go to the 7th bullet. Seventh bullet. That's a 10 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go to the 8th bullet. And rebet, spin on the 8th bullet. That's a loss, I believe. It is. All right, so now we got to go to the 9th bullet. Rebet. And spin. We're on the 9th bullet. That's an 8 black. All right, that's a loss. Okay, so now the last bullet. Rebet and spin. This is the last bullet. It's a 35 black. That's a win. So we're going to rebet. And we're going to put a $10 more in there and spin. That's a 0. That's a loss. Okay, so that was the last bullet, and let's see where he's at. Okay, so he lost $95. So everybody lost in this system. It's not a very good system, I guess. Okay, the next guy, he's going to have a $40 bankroll. He's going to be playing with dollar units. Let's see how he does. He's got 10, $4, $4 bullets. Let's see how he does. All right, that's a 25 red. All right, that's a win. So now he's going to rebet, and he's going to place another $2 on that and spin. That's a 19 red. That's a push. So he's just going to rebet and spin. That's 12 red. That's a loss. Okay, so he lost his first bullet. So he's going on to bullet number 2. And spin. We're going to follow the winner on this one. See if it makes a difference. That's a 31. That's a loss. All right, so that's no good. We got now we're going to our third bullet. Spin. That's a 24 black. All right, that's a win. So now it's rebet. Follow the winner and spin. That's a 33 black. That's another win, but it's not quite a win. Spin. I should have changed the bet, but that's okay. I should have, yep. All right, so now we're gonna put $2 there, and we're gonna put $4 here. I should have did that before, and we would have been in good shape. Spin, we would have won. Follow the winner is always good, but 17, that's a push. So what we're going to do now is this is the winner. So we're going to put 4 there and 2 here and spin. That's an 18. We got the win. All right. So now we're going to go follow the winner. Follow the winner. So the winner was 17. So we're going to put the last, this is the one that's furthest since it's hit, so we're going to put $2 there, and we're going to put $1, $1, $1, and $1, and we got the 17 in there, so go ahead and spin. Follow the winner. That's a 23 red. I believe that's a good one. It is. So that's the end of that bullet. So now we're going to go to bullet number 4. So we're going to go to bullet number 4. We're going to play follow the winner. So 2 there. And then the longest since it's hit was this one. So we're going to go with that one. And go ahead and spin. It's a 2 black. That's a good one. All right. So we're going to follow the winner. So we're going to rebet. And we're going to put $2 on there and spin. That's a 24 black. All right, that's a win. That's a push. So we're just going to rebet and spin. Oh, I should have changed it. Man. It wouldn't have mattered anyway because it went to 36. Okay, so that's going to go to another bullet. We lost that bullet. So we're going to go to the next bullet. We're going to play follow the winner. and the longest since it's hit, and spin. That's a 15 black. All right, that's a loss. So we're gonna take another bullet and we'll follow the winner, 2, and the longest since it's hit, still this one, and spin. It's a 13 black, that's a win. So we're gonna play follow the winner. So we're gonna rebet and we're gonna put $2 more on here and spin. And that's a 9, that's a push. So we're just gonna rebet and we are going to spin. Rebet and spin. It's 28 black, that's a loss. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next bullet. We're going on bullet number 7. Bullet number 7, we're gonna follow the winner and the longest since it's hit and spin. It's a 20 black, that's a win. But we're gonna rebet and we're gonna play that. And that's a 32, that is a push. So we're just gonna rebet and spin. It's an 8, that's a loss, I believe. It is. All right, so we're going on to our 8th bullet now. And we're gonna play the follow the winner and the longest since it's hit and spin. That's a 16 red. All right, that's a win. So we're gonna go ahead and rebet and we're gonna play follow the winner and spin. We need 2 wins here. That's a 33 though, that's a loss. All right, so we gotta go to the next bullet, which is the 9th bullet. We need a completion here, but it doesn't look like we're gonna get it. Follow the winner and the longest since it's hit and spin. We need a completion here to do anything. That's a 14 red, that is a loss. All right, so we're going on the final bullet and we definitely have to get a win here. So we're gonna play a $2 on the winning number and then the longest since it's hit, still this one, and spin. That's a 20 black, that's a win, I believe. Okay, so we're gonna rebet, we're gonna go with the winning and spin. We need a completion here, and I still don't think we'll be in profit if we make a completion. And that is another one, another win. So now we're gonna put $2 on the longest since it's hit, and we're gonna follow the winner. 1, 1, 1, and 1. We need a completion, and I still do not think we'll be in profit. It's a 30. We did get the completion, but I don't think we're in profit, so we are down negative $10. We did not make any money today. Everything we did, we lost. So that is why they gave it a Darius. They did not give it an eggplant, or they really downsized this system. And this system is for all reasons. After 5 tests, we could tell that it's not a good system. So tell me what you think and what you think of the system. And it's good if you want to try $40 and try to get there. Like I said, with my videos, you win more, but you lose less. Win more, lose less. That is the key thing here. And everyone did lose less. We had a loss of $200 for the first player, $175 for the second player, $40 for the third player, $95 for the fourth player, and then the fifth player only lost $10. But that is the system. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss another roulette spin. Thank you, and you guys have a blessed day. Thanks. Bye-bye.